some different things than she would have, you know, known had you just taught her yourself.
Oh yeah, it's you know, like I've talked to, I got a lot of friends that are motorcycle cops, and you know, they have a really extensive training course, and I've talked to them a lot about it. You know, there's things they teach those motorcycle cops that I wouldn't have known or I wouldn't have thought about that make riding safer and easier.
So what are some of those things? Let's tell everybody out here, maybe give them a couple of pointers on how we can make the roads safer, because I know we were talking earlier about turn on the news every morning whenever we're out at these events and somebody's been hurt or killed. So what would you say is one of the most important things that we can do to make it safer while we're out here?
Well, you know, the most important thing is looking at statistics. Most motorcycle accidents happen going into intersections. And, you know, it's only because people are in a rush, they don't pay enough attention, they don't look the right way at some point, and we're just trying to promote some awareness. When you're going into an intersection, stop and just spend a couple extra seconds and look twice. You know, that second time you might see that motorcycle you didn't see the first time and save somebody's life. It only takes a couple seconds. It's a great habit to get into, and you know, it'll pay off at some point. You know, and motorcycle riders the same thing. You know, you have to be all eyes. You have to be constantly watching. You know, you're riding down the street and all of a sudden you see that nose poking out of a driveway or out of a side street or a parking lot, and you know, you got to be ready if that car pulls out in front of you, where to go. You got to find an escape route. You know, just subconsciously, you know, see a hole somewhere just in case. You know, be ready. You know, in case something happens. I know that that's not easy to do, but you know, if you start doing it, after a while, you'll subconsciously do it, and God forbid something does happen, you'll be able to try to escape an accident.
Right. Now, you told me the other day about an accident that you were involved in years ago, and that was in an intersection, correct?
Well, it's actually going down you know, a real busy two-lane road, and a woman coming the other direction took a left turn into a gas station right in front of me and another guy, and we both hit her. And my friend got hurt worse than I did, but we both, you know, had to be taken to the hospital in ambulances. So, but you know, this woman, she just, you know, who knows? She just didn't even see us. Here we are driving down the road. We had our headlights on, and you know, she just was like we weren't even there.
Wow. And we both know that a bike never wins that battle.
No, the bike usually never wins, and the rider definitely doesn't win.
The car's always going to win. All right, I'm getting depressed talking about this, so let's not talk about this anymore. I want to talk more about motorcycles in television, specifically some of the shows that you've been on. I know you guys all know, too, that motorcycle builders and motorcycles, period, have been huge in TV the last 8, 9, 10 years. Tell me how that's affected you and your business.
Well, motorcycle TV is the best thing that ever happened to this industry.